Hey y'all, it's Caitlin from She's Tailored blog, and this is week 2 of the Friday 5, and just wanted to thank y'all for another iffy week of the Friday 5. Super glad y'all are here. Today, gonna talk about something that may or may not surprise you. I'm gonna talk about blogging. So I promise I won't always talk about blogging. I'm actually not gonna talk about it for a while after this. But I wanted to kind of go over 5 things that I think you may not know, you might guess, but I'm gonna give some insight into those 5 things, and I think those things are gonna kind of explain why people love blogging so much and why there are 10 zillion blogs popping up every day and why I think it's so great. So here it is, 5 things that you may not know about blogging. Okay, first thing. This is the obvious one, so I'm just gonna get it out of the way. Blogging takes a lot of time, and that might be super obvious and you've heard that before, but just think about the amount of time that you think it takes to either create a post or a video or think of something bloggy, and then add like a bunch of time on top of that, and that's how much time it takes. Second thing, this one is gonna sound super lame, and Ryan's totally gonna judge me for it. Blogging opens your eyes to 24/7 inspiration / it makes you really appreciate people more. And I know that sounds so lame, it feels lame saying it, but I mean it, it's super true. Especially if you're kind of like my blog, you lean more towards a lifestyle blog, then you're constantly surrounded by people in life doing things in amazing and creative ways. And so you're constantly just aware of how people live, and how they live well, and so you're constantly just like taking in all of the cool things that people are doing. So it makes you just appreciate people more and how they live, and especially when you see people living in a really good way, and doing things just really well or just really cool, you're just very aware of it. And so that blogging has done that for me. It's just made me appreciate the way people live more, and it just opens my eyes up to things that I don't think I would have noticed before. So that's a big thing, and it sounds super lame, but it is what it is. Third thing, and I think every blogger is gonna agree with this, blogging totally forces you to sort out your priorities. Blogging for me is 100% a hobby. I do it on the side for fun, but it's also a passion, and so anytime you're really passionate about something, you want to put 100% into it, and so that can sometimes get a little bit out of control, and then you start dipping into parts of your life that you shouldn't be dipping into, and the energy and the time and the resources that you use towards the good things like that in your life, you start taking and putting it into your passion, in your hobby, it starts getting things out of whack. And so, I mean, I've only been doing this for 5 months, but I can feel myself sometimes getting affected by the competition of blogging, since there are a million blogs. And that competition just kind of makes you want to do more because you're passionate about it, but also like the bad side is because of the competition. And so when you're blogging and you want to do it well, but you also just want to be a normal human and not, be totally obsessed with it, you have to work out your priority. Fourth thing, this one is the total cheeser too, but I'm going to say it anyway. Blogging really helps you clarify who you are as a person, and especially if you're the kind of blogger who writes about things that I like to write about, if you want to be honest and open and transparent about your successes, your struggles, your relationships, and you're trying to be someone who's just an honest person, then you should really figure out who that person is if you want to be yourself. Because you can come across as any kind of way, you can try and be whoever you want to be, but people are going to start catching up on that, and they're going to realize that that's not actually who you are, and it ends up being really discouraging in the end versus if you were just, honest about yourself in the beginning or just not putting it on the internet. So blogging has really helped me kind of clarify who I am, because it takes a little bit of vulnerability just putting yourself out there, and so I really wanted to stay honest, and so blogging has helped me, stay accountable. Obviously the people in my life, but blogging has really helped me do that, and I know that sounds so dumb, but that's how it is. So fifth and last one, blogging totally unleashes this creative and entrepreneurial spirit in you, and I know that one sounds so lame too, but I think every blogger would seriously agree with that, because between designing my website, creating it from scratch, figuring out how to code, networking, learning how to manage social media, all of it. You seriously have to learn how to kind of be a businesswoman. But it unleashes this in you, and I would not have been able to manage all of that and learn how to do that so comprehensively if I weren't blogging. And blogging's totally done that for me. I don't think I'm an entrepreneur, but I like having that kind of spirit in me, and anytime a friend's like, oh, I wanna like dabble into this, or I wanna start doing this, I'm like so like, I zone in on it, and I wanna help them do it. Since I have that spirit, I want to see people push that into their passions, and none of it would have happened without blogging. And so that's the fifth and last thing. Those are all so cheesy, and I know they might sound ridiculous, but blogging, there's a million blogs, but there's a reason behind it. People want to put their voices out there. They want to connect with people. They want to relate with people. They want to know that they're not, totally psycho about, this one thing. And I've learned all of this through blogging. So with that being said, I think I've moved the camera. Yep. If you have any questions about anything website, techie related, blogging, writing, social media, ask me and I will totally answer. YouTube, I'm just not figuring out YouTube, so I've learned, like this much. So literally feel free to ask. So Ryan and I are heading to Florida this weekend with his parents. So next week's Friday 5 may or may not include someone very cute. So if you want to stick around for a third week, God bless you. It will be fun, way more exciting. It may or may not be on the beach, so not, whatever's going on here. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you maybe learned something. If not, I'm going to stop talking about blogging anyway. Not everyone wants to hear about it. So for now, I'm going to say bye. Have a great week, and I will see you next week in Florida.